Hello everyone, this is the Mental Health for Life channel. In today's stressful society, many people wrestle with some kind of stress in their lives. The content of that stress also differs from generation to generation. Some typical examples include tests and relationships for children, work and finances for adults, and illness and nursing care issues for the elderly. Stress can be defined as a state in which an object is subjected to an external force which has its shape distorted in resistance to it. This term came to apply to humans as well, with both the stimulus and state coming to be collectively referred to as stress. That is why when we start to feel fatigued and worn out from working a job without a break or enduring a job like that, we tend to call it stressful. In a state of stress, the body and mind enter battle mode. In order to respond to the crisis, the brain secretes substances like noradrenaline, and the nervous and hormone systems become active. However, this cannot be kept up without a break. If the state of stress continues for too long, it can push people over their limit, where both the body and mind begin to break down. Specifically, this can lead to illnesses like depression, which require long-term treatment to resolve. If the stress carries on too long, our mind and body start to send out SOS signals to get our attention. It is important to listen and pick up on these signals so that we can deal with the problem before they turn into something worse. In this video, we will introduce 12 effects on the body that are often triggered by stress. Number 1. Abundant dreaming and getting up several times in the night to use the bathroom. When you are stressed, your brain thinks you shouldn't be sleeping, leading to shallower sleep than usual. When you do get to sleep, you dream a lot and don't feel super rested upon waking. You might also experience frequent urination, having to get up several times in the night to relieve yourself. Stress might also lead to waking up early with a racing heart. Sleep plays the most important role in recovery from stress, and getting insufficient sleep is a warning sign that leads to a delay in recovery. Number 2. Difficulty tasting or swallowing. Stress can also affect your sense of taste, leading to taste disorders such as a lack of taste, a strange taste, or the general inability to enjoy food. And it isn't just taste that is affected. Stress can also cause a loss of appetite and difficulty swallowing food. It may be best to check for internal problems just to be sure, but if there is no issue, then it's likely to be stress. Number 3. Stomatitis and mouth problems. In addition to sense of taste, the mouth is an area that is easily affected by stress. The mouth is made up of sensitive mucous membranes, and as many muscles and nerves are also concentrated around the mouth, that makes it easy for problems to pop up around the mouth. Stress can also lead to a weakened immune system, which can make the mouth more vulnerable to ulcers and herpes. It can also cause teeth clenching and grinding. Difficulty in opening the mouth or a cracking or painful jaw joint are all part of temporomandibular joint disorder, or TMJ disorder, which is also easily affected by stress. Number 4. Fever. After a long period of overwork or worry, a fever of around 37 degrees Celsius can make the body sluggish and may persist for weeks. It is also possible a sudden high fever of almost 40 degrees Celsius may occur before an exam or presentation, making attending the event impossible. However, once the event passes, the fever might suddenly drop back to normal. These sort of fevers are often caused by stress and are referred to as psychogenic fevers. This happens when the autonomic nervous system is overstimulated by tension and anxiety, causing the body temperature to rise. Keep in mind that because it is different from a normal fever, which are caused by inflammation, medication like antipyretics are rarely effective. Number 5. Cough. You might also develop a cough that only presents itself at work, making it difficult to have important conversations. Strangely, the cough might not be present when at home or when spending time with friends. This is called a psychogenic cough and is also caused by the autonomic nervous system when it is being overstimulated by stress. Cough suppressants are less effective on these types of coughs and can instead be more easily addressed with relaxation techniques such as massages or stretching. In addition to the previously mentioned fever and cough, a sore throat and nasal congestion can also be caused by stress. When these symptoms are present at the same time, they are completely indistinguishable from cold symptoms. It is observed that long-lasting cold symptoms are often caused by stress. Number 6. Persistent diarrhea and abdominal pain. You might experience abdominal pain and bowel movements only when you're in a vehicle or stuck in a room for a meeting or an exam. This is because the tension caused by stress triggers bowel movements. If you visited the hospital, it may result in a diagnosis of irritable bowel syndrome. Some people that develop chronic symptoms cannot go out without anti-diarrhea medicine on hand. Number 7. Vertigo. Vertigo is a condition that entails the sudden loss of equilibrium, causing a feeling that one's surroundings are moving. It mainly occurs due to complications in the brain and ears, but it can also be caused by stress. There is a disease called Meniere's disease that is most common in women in their 40s to 60s. It causes difficulty hearing, a spinning dizziness, and tinnitus. The issue originates in the inner ear and is very susceptible to being aggravated by stress. Number 8. Stiffness and pain. Bone and muscle diseases are the domain of orthopedics, and a surprisingly large number of them are susceptible to the effects of stress. Prolonged tension can cause problems in bones and muscles. Problems like stiffness or pain in the back, neck, and shoulders, for which no major cause can be found, are often the result of stress. Number 9. Skin issues. It is often said that the skin reflects the state of mind. When stress is high, the skin becomes more sensitive, and rashes such as rough skin and hives are more likely to occur. Hair loss, eczema, and shingles can also all be triggered by stress, often ending up hidden in the background. Number 10. Increased blood pressure. Obesity, tobacco, and salt consumption are the common causes of elevated blood pressure, but are not the only ones. Stress is another major cause. If blood pressure levels remain elevated for long periods of time, blood vessels in the brain or heart can burst, leading to death, and is a major cause of death from overwork. Stress can also factor into arrhythmias, such as a sudden quickening or occasional loss of pulse. Number 11. More injuries or accidents. Stress may also lead to weakened brain function, which can result in poor concentration and becoming easily distracted. Dangerous injuries such as falling downstairs, cutting fingers while cooking, or getting burned may increase in frequency. It is also important to be careful when driving, as the weakened concentration can result in more accidents, mistaking traffic signals, or driving a car or bike in the wrong lane. Number 12. Increase in fights and disputes. Stress might make you become irritable and angry. Normally calm people might complain about problems they have at work or out shopping, but stressed individuals might start to take their stress out on those close to them and lash out. They experience an uptick in trouble and aggression in a way they hadn't experienced before. These are some of the unknown signs of stress. They are also the SOSs our bodies send out before more major issues appear, so try not to overlook the small signs. Keep a particularly close eye on areas of your body that are naturally weak. For example, if you have a naturally weak stomach, signs of stress are likely to manifest as gastrointestinal problems. If it is a symptom of an illness, it is important to get tested and treated, but since the root cause is stress, you may need to make changes in your life, such as taking time off work, cutting back, or changing your home situation. This was the Mental Health for Life channel. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.